Hello and welcome to Maths with Jacob. This lesson will focus on pattern recognition worksheet. So this video presents this worksheet, and we can have some practice at looking at patterns and trying to pick the rule that generates the pattern. So you have to look very carefully from one term to the next, and you keep going along the pattern, looking at each of the terms, and we try and ascertain, is there some rule that we can use to generate this pattern? Once we find the rule, then we can write, for example, in these ones here, we can write the next two terms. That is that one and that one, this one and that one. And you can write as many terms as you want, but it's very important to find the pattern first. Now, if you're not sure what to do with these examples, we've had a lesson on this topic. Now, the next slide contains a link, and when you click on that link, it will take you to the lesson, and that will explain how to do all these examples. So what I advise you to do now is to go to this first one, for example, look at the first term, and see what's happening to get this term. I'll give you a little hint. Look at the operation of addition and see if you can see what's happening from there to there. What's happening from there to there? What's happening from there to there? And from there to there. Now, if you look at it closely, you will see there is a particular pattern. Once you work out that pattern, you can write the next two numbers. Now, so I gave you a hint that that was addition, so that's very straightforward. Now, going down here, this is a little bit different. Okay. Now, there are a number of ways of looking at this and trying to work out what the rule is. So look at it very carefully and see how you can do it. One of the ways is by working out the difference between each of the terms. What's the difference from there to there? What's the difference from there to there? What's the difference from there to there? And write down each of those differences, and then you'll see there's a pattern. There's also another way of doing it, which I won't tell you about. See if you can work it out yourself. And as we keep working through, you will find there is a pattern for each and every one of these examples. So I'll leave it to you now. I'll leave this slide on for a little while, just to give you a chance to look at it. You can pause the slide, of course, for as long as you want, and then you can go through the examples. So I'll just leave that for a little while before we move on to the last slide, where you'll have the link if you need to look at it. So this video has given us a slide where we can practice looking at some numbers, looking at number patterns, a sequence of numbers, to see if we can find a rule which will help us generate the pattern. And once we find that rule, we can write down all the other numbers, or as many numbers as we want.